Okay, how many of you have the hard copy worksheet? This is the latest copy. There was an earlier copy sent out, but I realized I missed out one of the questions stamped. So this is the latest copy. If your latest copy has the latest copy has if you have this latest copy will have the math exam on the cover page. Okay, the latest copy will have the math exam on the cover page. So if you have this copy, this is the latest. If you have the older copy, don't worry about it, all right? Because even if you have the older copy, you can use it later on. I'll just ask you to add in the part where we missed out. Okay. Now it's 7:49 already. I want to start. I want to be fair to those who came early. Thank you for coming early and on time. Okay. I'll try and keep it to 1 hour. If I cannot finish within 1 hour, we will push on and get you do some homework. Okay. So let's start. So quantity times value is a very common question that you usually will see in your prelims and in PSLE. So I've been looking through the PSLE for the last 12 years, 12 years of PSLE papers. This quantity times value question came out 4 times, all right, 4 times out over the last 12 years. Okay, so there's a chance that it comes out this year. You will see towards the end that which are the years that this kind of question came out. So if we can find a pattern, this quantity times value question would most likely come out within either this year or next year. Okay, so we want to make sure we know how to do this kind of questions so that we will not get a shock when we see. Okay, so these questions usually, quantity times value questions, these questions usually are 4 marks each. Okay, are 4 marks each. Okay, in paper two. All right, let's start. So this house will be like for the PSLE revision program. Over the weeks, I will do different types of questions that comes out. All right. Those of you who are in my heuristic class, all right, the questions that I post here would be different from the questions that you would experience in the heuristic class. Okay, the question I post here will be different. Okay, why are the questions here different? Because over here we will be targeting those in PSLE. That means I will be going through past PSLE questions, past prelim questions that I will sieve out from other schools. Okay, so this program here, online program over the next 25 weeks, today is the first lesson, we will be touching on past PSLE questions and past prelim questions that are common. Okay, so we want to try and complete all the different types of questions over the next 25 weeks, and preferably we will complete all the questions that you will see in the last 12 years of PSLE. Okay, so that's the idea, and if we can make it, we will, and we will make sure that you are exposed to most of the PSLE questions. Okay, let's start. Okay, so quantity times value. These questions tend to sometimes people get confused. Like Michael always say he's confused with these kind of questions because there are many different values inside. Okay, when you have quantity times value, that means there is some amount. Quantity means number of, right? Quantity means number of, and there's some value involved. So you see this first example here, right? This first example here, there is $5, $3, and there is 533. Okay, so these are all the values. Just give me 1 second. Something fell down. I need to go and take it. Okay, so this is a quantity times value question. When you see value, right, then you can also see that there is number of. All right, can you see that they say over here 3 out of 7? Let me circle this. So 3 out of 7. Okay, 3 out of 7 highlighters and pens. So which one is more? Highlighters or pens? Elson raising hand. You see Elson raising hand. Elson, can you tell us? Highlighters more or pens more? Elson, unmute yourself. Highlighters more or pens more? He bought 3 7 as many highlighters as pens.
Pen.
Very good. So
Mm.
can you write down here more and write down here less? Because that is very important. So that when you double check your work, you know that the pens are more. And over here, we can see pens are $5. Okay. So pens are $5. Okay. So when we have a quantity unchanged question, we will solve it by drawing a quick table. Okay. You can see this quick table over here. All right, so pens is $2, $5, sorry, pens is $5. Okay, how about the value of highlighters? Value of highlighters. Elston, raise hand again. Oh, Elston, very good, Elston. Highlighters. Elston, highlighters, value of highlighters. You're unmuted already. Might as well just answer, right? Okay, who else wants to answer? What's the value of the highlighters? Is it $3? Is it $3? No, is it $3? Well, Elston keep on raising hand, but don't want to say it. Keegan, how much the value of the highlighter?
$2.
Yes, $2 because it's five and it's $3, guys. So it's $2. Now add in the units of the highlighters and pens. So pens, it's 7. That's because 7 is more, and the highlighters is 3. So this one must be clear. All right. How to be clear, double check more pens, less highlighters. Okay, so now that we have the quantity, now that we have the value, we are going to multiply so that gives us 6. All right, so it's 6 unit dollars. And over here it's 7 times 5, that will be 35 unit dollars. Okay, so total of units 10, total of unit dollars it's 41. Okay, so from here on, do you see one very, very important number? I'm going to highlight in red. I'm going to circle in red. So this very important number, I have always been saying there's always a very important number in the question. In this question, the number is 533. So 533, I want to see how many units is 533. I want to see what fraction of the total is 533. I want to see what percentage is 533? So over here is units. So 41 units is 533. 1 unit. Do I want to take 533 times 41? Or 533 divided by 41? Or 41 divided by 533? Uh, mm, Rochelle. Yes, Rochelle, is it? Is it Rochelle? Yes.
533 divided by 41.
Yes. Okay. So 533 divided by 41. You can press your trusted calculator. It's 13. What if I press it 14? One very important way to not make a careless mistake is to just press your calculator twice. You may say like, it is sure no time, just press once only. No. Press it twice. It won't take you more than 2 seconds. Press 533 divided by 41. Press it twice. Make sure you get the same answer twice. It's too common that some of you write 14 because maybe you press wrongly. All right, it's not that you want to, but your calculator says 14, you write 14. Because sometimes you will press wrongly, okay? And it's very common. It's even more common than you think it is. Okay, so make sure you just press your calculator twice. Once you press the calculator twice, you are able to get it correct. Okay, next. So over here we have 7 units. So we just multiply. Why is it 7 units? Because they want pens, right? And we can see here pens is 7 units. Okay, so here is pens is 7 units. I circled there. So pens is 7 units. It's 7 times 13. That will give me 91. Okay, so that's a quick one. You can see over here, this is a quantity times value kind of question. Okay, so now the next part says, how many more money do you spend on pens than highlighters? Okay, how much more money? So we are going to compare the units. We are going to compare the units here. Okay, so highlighters, how much do you spend on highlighters? You can see here 6 units. Okay, so what I want to do is I find 6 units. Okay, 6 units on this side will be 13 times 6. Okay, that will give me 78. Okay, so that's the amount he spent. How about pens? 35 units, right? So 35 units is spent on pens. So I take 35 units, I take 13 times 35. That will give me 4, 455. All right. Those in my classes will know that I will sometimes make careless mistake. Huh? Okay, so please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry today you won't earn any class 1, 2, 3 points, but I know Kagan is still very competitive. So raise your hand and tell me if I make a careless mistake. All right, so 455. And I want to find how much more money. How much more money is 455 minus 78. Okay, that will give me 377. Okay, all right. So as I said, this kind of a quantity times value kind of question, right? Usually in PSL is 4 marks. Okay, usually in PSL is 4 marks. You can see over here it's 1 mark. Okay, and over here is 3 marks. But my this question, I think I will put it as 2-2. Okay, 2-2. Okay. So this question is 4 marks. Make sure you are able to do it well. Okay, great. Very good. Let's do question 1. So this is the example. Usually every week, how does it go? I will introduce you the type of questions that will come out. Then after which we will do one example. We'll do a few questions. Then after which you can see, I will show you the PSA question. You can see question 5 onwards. This question 5 onwards, it's a PSLE 2022 question in question 17 in PSA 2022 paper. Then there's the 2021 paper. There's also one question, question 14. Then 2017 paper, there's one question, question 15. And last but not least, 2016, question 16. Okay, so all these are quantity times value questions. So it's common that they will come out. And since the last time they come out is 2022, right? This year is 2025, a 3-year gap. It's very possible that this year they'll come out one of these questions. Okay, so make sure you know how to do it. Let's do the first one over here. All right. Janelle bought some t-shirts, skirts, and dresses for a total of 1,768. She bought 5 times as many skirts as t-shirts. Okay, so she bought 5 times as many skirts and t-shirts and twice as many dress and skirts. I want to circle 5 times because that is a number that I'm interested in, and I will circle twice because that's the number that I will need to. There are also other numbers. $12 t-shirt, $12. A skirt costs $10 more, and a dress costs $10 more than the skirt. Okay, so you can see why students get this confusing because there are so many numbers. Okay, there are so many numbers that you need to take care of. So when there's so many numbers like this, right? Best way to do it is we put it into a table format. Okay, we're going to put it into a table format. So once we put this into a table format, we can easily organize. Okay, we can easily organize the information because we don't want to be confused, right? Can you imagine you're confused with all the different items? So we want to put in a table format. If you have the hard copy, use a ruler to draw the table. The table will be similar to the one that I drew up there. Okay, so we're going to draw the table. Let me zoom out a little bit more. We're going to draw the table. Okay, so the type of items you are going to put on the left hand side. Okay, the type of items you're going to put on the left hand side. I think you even need one more as total. Let me undo that part. I'm going to draw one more as total first. Okay. Then you have one column for quantity. Give it a bit more space. One column for quantity. One column for value. Okay. And the last column, you are going to put it for the total. Okay. I'm going to extend the lines because I need more space. Okay. So let's start writing. We are going to write down the different types of items inside. So does it matter which order you're going to write it in? Right? It doesn't matter which order you're going to write it in. Okay. So we just start with t-shirts. Okay, we're going to start with t-shirts. Okay, we're going to start with t-shirts. And after which we have skirts. Okay. And we have dresses. Okay. All right. And over here we have the quantity. Okay. And over here we have the value. And at the side here, we want to have the total. So quantity t-shirts, how many is in ratio form, right? Five times as many skirts as t-shirts. So t-shirts, I want to put one. Then skirts can be five. Can I put t-shirts as two and skirts as 10? Can I put t-shirts as two and skirts as 10? Can. Schools, do you think I can put t-shirts two, skirts 10? Can. What do you think? What do you think? T-shirts 2, skirts 10. Okay? Is it okay?
Um,
Is it still five types? Is the skirt still five types?
no.
No. If here is 2, if here is 2, here is 10, 10 divided by 2 is 5. It's okay. Okay? Good try, folks. Alright? I can put it as 2 units and 10 units. Perfectly fine. Okay? It's perfectly fine. But I want to keep it as low as possible. So t-shirts 1, skirts 5. And what else did they say? Look at the information here. They say the dresses is twice as much as skirt. So dresses is 10. Okay, so dresses is 10. And what's the value? The t-shirt's value is 12. The skirts is $10 more. So $10 more. This is 22. And how about the dresses? You there? Tell us dresses how much?
$32.
Sorry?
32.
Yes. Who? It's $32. Very good. So total here, total units, it's 12 units. Total skirt units here, it's 110 units. Don't worry if it's a big number, right? Don't worry it's a big number because it will eventually work out all right. Okay, so here is 320. Last column below here is total. All right, so total for here is 16 units. Total for here, you press your trusted calculator, it will give you 442 units. And you can say, just wow, the unit is so big. Okay, it's all right. Okay, because why we multiply everything together, right? We multiply the quantity times value is definitely going to be big. So as long as you are able to divide, because you can see here, they say total here in the question, you can see how much did Janelle spend. Janelle spent, Janelle spent 1,768. So if you reach until this stage, right, you must make sure your 442 must be able to divide. All right. Your 1768 must be able to divide by the 442. If it cannot divide, right? Or if you divide and it's like never ending decimal, means you need to go and check your values. All right, go and check whether you write any values wrongly or not. Okay. Jermaine, are you there? G is Geo is Gareth or something? Is it Gareth or Gerard or all right? So 442 units, 1768. So I want to find one unit. Make sure you are able to divide it. All right. So make sure you are able to divide it. Can someone help me press your trusted calculator to tell me one unit is how much? Do you all have your calculators with you?
4.
Yes, thank you, Michael. So one unit is 4. Let's go back and look at the question, see what they want. They want how many pieces of clothes did Janelle buy all together? So pieces of clothes Janelle buy all together, you can see here, total is 16. Okay, total is 16. So now I want to find 16 units. Okay, I want to find 16 units. 4 times 16 will give me 64. Okay, 64. So that's for A. Oh yes, one more thing. If you find answer for A, do the double slash and over here put A so that you know it's A, then you can transfer to your ANS A. Okay, over here I don't have ANS, but in school if you want to write ANS, have make sure you transfer correctly. Okay, some people careless because they didn't transfer correctly, then that's very wasted. All right, next. What do they want? They want how much more money did Janelle spend on dresses than skirts? Okay, so this is the first part is 2 marks, the second part is 2 marks. Okay, so how much money did he spend on the dresses and how much money did he spend on skirts? So now I'm going to use a different color. We're going to find the dresses. Dresses is 320 and skirt is 110. Okay. So let's find out what's the value did he spend on the skirts. 110 times because 110 units, right? So one unit is 4. So I find 110 times 4. So this will be the skirt. Okay. How about dresses? So dresses is 320 times 4. Okay, because one unit is 4. So 320 times 4, and the amount I spend on dresses would be 1, press the calculator, 1280. Please let me know if I calculate wrongly. I'm doing mental calculation. So sometimes I will calculate wrongly. So this is the dresses. Okay, and I want to find the difference. So I take 1280 minus away 440. That will give me an answer of 840. Okay, that will give me an answer of 840. Okay, so these are quantity times value question. Most importantly is how you identify this quantity times value question. Okay, so most importantly is how you identify this question. Alex Lau, are you there? Alex, turn on your video if you're there so that I can see you. Alex, are you there? Okay, so turn on your video so that I can see that you are doing so that you can participate. Okay, I like participation. Those in my classes will know that I love participation. So this it's good. Any questions so far? Elson, you eating dinner? Okay, no worries. Later I'll eat my dinner too. Okay, so don't worry about it. If you haven't eaten dinner, please go ahead. Okay, please go ahead. Okay, so far. Okay, now, so this is quantity times value. How to identify a quantity times value question? There will be a lot of numbers. There will be some total. There will be some total given to you. Then you have to look at the different types of items, maybe three, maybe two. Then there'll be also the number of items. So there many different things. Okay. So most likely once you have such different numbers, it's a quantity times value kind of question. The best way to solve it, it's using a grid like this. This is not my ace grid. This is not my ace grid. This is just a grid for easy presentation. So we can call it a table as well. Okay, so you can call it a table as well. Okay, I still writing. Do you need more time? Yes, don't worry. I can give you a little bit more time. Elson also writing. So go ahead. I can take more time. That's the reason why I need you to have your videos on. All right, because I need to see whether you are done or not. Okay, so keep your videos on if you are here so that I can see whether you're done or not. Okay. All right. Alex, if you are here, please switch on your video so I can see. Thank you. Okay. Okay, let's push on. Question two. All right, we have half an hour more. My take is I'll do question two. I'll keep three and four for homework so that you can do as homework. Today, I want to start go through a PSLE question as well, the latest two PSLE questions. So my take is I'm going to do question two. All right. Then three and four is homework. Right? I know some of you love homework. Some of you have been asking me for more and more homework. So then after we'll do question five and six. Okay, so we'll do three more questions. Hopefully we can get there. Let's do question two first. All right, question two. Mr. Tan had Mr. Tan has 38 bought a total of 38 bowls and plates. So 38 is the total. 38 is everything. So 38, we circle 38 because 38 is the number, the total number. And he said that he bought 10 more plates than bowls. Okay. So this one you must be clear. There is 10 more plates than bowls. So if you're not clear, just do a quick comparison model. So because if you don't do that, right, and later on you are confused with the bowls and plates, then there'll be a problem. So this is 10, right? This total is 38. So you can easily just do a quick sketch of a comparison model and I will get 38 minus 10. That will give me 28. 28 divide by 2. That will give me 14. So bowls is 14. Here's 14. So bowls are 14. Okay. And your plates, it's 14 plus 10 is 24. So this part is very important. All right, this part is very important. Why is this part very important? If you get the number of bowls and plates wrong, right? If the first part you get the number bowls and plates wrong, you are going to get the whole question wrong. Okay, if you're going to get this part wrong, please don't get this wrong because if you get this wrong, you fall into that trap and you'll get the whole question wrong and it will be very wasted. Okay, so please don't get this part wrong. Okay, let's carry on. The bowls cost, the cost of the bowl was 2.9 of the total cost of the bowls and plates. So this is one of the classic examples where they'll force people to fall into that trap. Okay, so bowls is 2. How about plate? So bowls is 2 units. Is plates 9?
7.
Yes, very good. Okay, so plates are 7. Do not fall into this trap. All right. The bowls is 2, plates is 7, plates not 9. This is a very common trap that people tend to fall into it. Kagan fell a few times already. That's why now he's very clear that it's 7. Okay. All right. So let's now draw our quantity times value. Why is it a quantity times value question? It's a quantity times value question because, do you see this? There's a total value here. Okay, there are two different items. There is the number of each different item. So we want to solve this by quantity times value to keep things easy and quick. Okay, so let's draw our table, quantity times value. We will have two items here. The previous question was three items, right? Yes. So two items don't need so many lines. Maybe we just need three lines. One, two, three. Yes, three lines. Let's draw three lines. Okay. We need to have quantity. We need to have value. We need to have items. Okay. All right. So over here we can have bowls. Okay. Over here we can have plates. Okay. And here we have quantity. Oops. Okay. Over here we have quantity. All right. Over here we have quantity. And over here we have value. And over at the last part is total. Okay, so both quantity, we know already the exact quantity, so it's 14. All right, we know the exact quantity is 14, and the plates will be 24. How about the value? We can see here the cost is both is 2, right? And Keegan told me just now it's 7. Okay, so now that we have the quantity time and value, we just multiply it in. We multiply in here will be 28. Alright, 24 times 7, press your trusted calculator, it will be 168. So we want to add both together to find the total. So that would be 196. Let's fly around. And over here, so it will be a total here would be 1438, right? Given in the question is 38. Okay, so there's very one important number that I'm going to use red to circle in the question again is 43120. So I want to find how many units is this 43120. I want to find what fraction of the total is this 43120 or what percentage of the total is 43120. Okay, so this is a very important number and I want to see how many units because we are using units, right? So 43120 is here. Okay, so we are going to divide out and see whether can we have one unit or not. Because if 43120 is 196 units, one unit. Can anyone press the trusted calculator for me and tell me what is one unit? What's the value
Two
of
point
one
two
unit?
point one unit 2.2.
2.2. So it's 220, $2.20. Thank you, Kagan. All right. With it has decimal. Is it okay? Is it okay when we have a decimal here? Is it okay? It's okay because it's still money, right? It's still $2.20. So it's okay unless you can tell me that it's like never ending decimal. Okay. If it becomes a never ending decimal, yes, then that will be a problem. Okay. If it's never ending decimal, it will be a problem. But you can see here 220
Hey,
is
but teacher Sean. But then
yes.
let's see. But then, what if it was like three decimal points?
Three decimal points, that means
Yeah.
let's say you have three decimal points, then most likely maybe you will not be correct because right, we want to have money only have two decimal points. Okay, so we want to make sure that it's able to divide. If it's not able to divide, make sure please remember to double check your values. All right, if you double check your values and it's still correct, and you feel that there's still three decimal points, then it could be maybe calculation error. Okay, so thank you, Michael, for the question. Now they want cost of a plate. Over here, cost of plate, where is it? I'm going to circle it for me. In fact, some of you can circle. You can use your annotate, right? Who is the first one to circle the where can I find the how many units is the value of the plate? You know how to use annotate? This have this annotate button over there. Okay, you can annotate who is the first one to circle which is the value. Can you circle here? This is this the value? Is this the value? This is the quantity. Okay, so this is the quantity. Okay, so this is the quantity. This correct. So this becomes the value. Thank you, Michael. Okay, so this is the value. Thank you, Keegan, for correcting your mistake. Very good. So when you are in doing your exam, right? Oh, what's that? When you're doing your exam, all right, you are the one that's checking, right? No one is there to hint to you. So when you always want to identify the units, all right, please make sure you double check because if you reach until here, you already halfway through the question. All right, halfway through. Okay, you do so much, right? Halfway through a question. But can you imagine you identify wrongly? Can you imagine Kagan put here 24? Okay, then you just lose half the marks. That is very wasted, which he always does in his heuristics lesson. Always reach until here, then carelessly choose the wrong type of units, and after which make a careless mistake. So please don't do that. All right, because if you do that, then it's very wasted. So 7 units. I multiply 220 times 7. Answer it's 1540. Okay, so that's A, 1540. Okay, all right. Next, they say how much more money did Mr. Tan spend on plates than on bowls? Okay, all right. So over here, what I want how much more money on plates than bowls. So plates is 168. So let's multiply it now. 168 and bowls is 28. So 168 times 220. This one they want, yeah, so you can just times 220 because they want the value. So that will give me 36920. Oops. Is it 36920? 282.
Uh,
36960,
like
right?
wait, yeah,
Point six,
yeah,
point six.
yeah, 0.6, 0.6, 0.6.
60, right?
Yeah,
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 okay.
correct.
So 28 times 220. Okay, that will be 50, 60, 61, 60. Okay. All right. They want the difference, so I just need to minus away 36960 minus 6160. That will give us 308. Okay, so this for B. Okay. Alright. So this is the second question. I want question 3 and 4 is homework. I'll go through next week. Question 3 and 4 is homework. I will go through next week. Let's do question 5. I want you to take a look at how is a PSLE question look like. Okay, how does a PSLE question look like? Okay, so two question. When you finish writing, I see some of you still writing, so I will give you time to write it. Okay, I'll give time to write it in. Then after which we will do question 5. Right? Question 5 is a SPSA question. So let's look at question 5. If you are done, you can flip to question 5. If you are done, you look up so I know that you are done. Okay. I can't see Jermaine's face, so Jermaine, I'll just continue, okay? Elson, when you're done, look up so I know you are done. Scholes is done. Michael, are you done? Thumbs up. Okay, good. Let's push on. I want to do question 5. Question 5 is the PSA question. 2022 paper? Is it very difficult? No, not really. The numbers are quite small. If you can see, the numbers are quite small. Okay, so let's look at this. Mrs. Lee baked 40 large and small cakes. So this is the total. Okay, so we can see that this is the total small and large cakes in the ratio 5 to 3. So large is 5. Oops. Small is 3. Okay, she decorated them with cherries, and the number of cherries used for each large and small is in the ratio of 3 to 2. Okay, and she said she used 204 cherries to decorate all the small cakes and 7 large cakes. So you can see here, there's cherries, there's number of cherries, there's small and large cakes. So there are different values. There's okay, so once they have different values like that, it's a quantity times value question. Okay, so let's first start. How many small cakes did she bake? So this is a 1 mark question. Oh yes, one more thing. Those of you who got the older version, right? I left out C. How many of you using the older version? I left out part C. So can you write part C in? I think some of you, if you have the older version, is I left out part C. Alright, I was double checking it before we start lesson today. I realized that I did not, as in it was accidentally deleted away. Part C, so write part C in, part C is 1 mark. Also write down the marks. You can see that part A is 1 mark, part B is 2 marks, and part C is 1 mark. Okay, so these are the mark allocation for PSLE. They allocate it in this way. These questions are usually 4 marks. Okay, first start. Small cakes. You definitely can do it, right? Total 8 units. So 8 units is 40. I want small cakes. So 1 unit is 5 and 3 units is 15. So this is small. Okay, so this is the answer for A. You cannot get A wrong. Even if you don't even know how to do a question, you cannot get A wrong. Make sure you do A. Okay, make sure you do at least A, at least A. Okay. Now there is no small cakes. I want to find large cakes because I will definitely need it later. Large cakes is 25. Okay. All right. Now the A is done. I want how many cherries did he use for all the small cakes? So now I need to use the very important number in the question is 204. How am I going to do that? You can see that all cakes 204 plus 7 large cakes. So if you don't know what to do here, you will try and list down the question in a table format. Okay, list down the questions in a table format. So we are going to do the not A squid, this one is not an A squid question. We are going to put it in a table format. Okay, all right. Let's look here. What do we want to put at the side? What do we want to put at the side? Who can tell me what to put at the side? How to label the grid? How to label the grid? Rochelle, you want to tell us how to label the grid on this side? What should we put here? Where my cursor is? Here.
Value.
Sorry?
Value.
No, we don't put the value here. We put the value on top here. Value is on top here. Good try, Rochelle. Who wants to tell me what to put here where my cursor is? Value is there. Hey, this is like what? Hangman. You all say something there. Good. Who wants to tell me what to put in the cursor here? Keegan, you want to try? What to put here on the left hand side?
Left hand
Keegan,
side.
Keegan first.
You
Then
mean
Keegan say,
the very left hand side or the second left
yes,
hand?
the very left hand side where my cursor is. Can you see the cursor?
I
Keegan,
wait. Uh,
Keegan, you know? Over here. Elson, are you here?
Yeah.
Elson, don't sing. I know I can hear you singing in my head. Okay. Keegan, you tell us what to put here?
um Like the very left.
Yes, at the very left where my cursor is. Can you see my cursor?
The cursor is still at value.
Huh? How come? Can you see now?
See, it's
Oh, I think it's lagging. You sure you want to tell us? What do you
Wait,
do here?
Teacher Shan. Like by
Yes.
the cursor you mean like the cross, right?
Sorry?
Like by the cursor you mean like the plus sign or like the cross.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
the
okay.
cross sign, the
Okay, okay.
crosshair.
Large, small, and
Yes,
total.
very good. Thank you, Keegan. Large, and here put small. Okay. Then here we put quantity times value. Thank you, Keegan, for telling us. Good job. Here is quantity, and over here I want to put total. Okay, so let's start. Because eventually I want to get 204 cherries, right? It's 204 cherries, right? So large is 7, right? They tell you in the question, right? You can see here there. In the question, they say 7 large. Okay, so 7 large, I want to put here. How about small? Small is 15, right? There we found 15 at the front here. So here is 15. And value, what is the value? Some of you should fill it in. Schools, you want to tell me what's the value of the large? What's the value of the large ratio? They say in the question
maybe
here,
3. Large 3.
yes, large 3, yeah? Large 3, yeah? But that's figure 9. I recognize your voice, okay? Very good. So last 3 scores. Small. Small will be.
Small
Small
is
will
2.
be.
2.
Yeah, small is 2. Okay, so we want to multiply it out. We want to multiply it out over here. Elston, when we multiply out over here, 7 times 3 will give me.
21.
Yes, 21. So 15 times 2 is 30. I plus both together will be 51. Okay, I will find the total here for the quantity as well. Total here quantity is 22. So now I want to go back to the question and say, see, they say how many 204 cherries, right? For small cakes. And I want to find out how much in small cakes. So over here, 51 units is 204. Okay, you must make sure you are able to divide it out clearly. So 51 units is 204. Can I divide it equally?
Yeah, it's
I
4.
have two number?
Answer 4.
Yes. 1 unit is 4. And what do they want? They want how many cherry small cakes, right? Who can circle for me the how many units am I looking at? Who can circle for me how many units am I looking at? Okay. It's who circle this one? I didn't see.
So that's me.
Okay. Is Keegan correct? Why 15 units? Why not 15 units? 15 units is just the 15 cakes, right? 15 units is just 15 cakes. Alright? So cakes plus the value of the cherries will give me 30 units. So I want to find 30 units. Okay, 1, 2, 0. So this is the answer for B. Okay, this is the answer for B. So that is 1 mark. Here is 2 marks. Can I do the last one? How many more cherries does he need for the remaining cakes? Okay, so you can see I want to find out large has how many cherries first. Okay, so I do large how many cherries first. So large is 21 units. 21 units, 21 times 4, that will give me 48. Okay,
So
48.
21 times 4 is 84.
Yeah, sorry, 84. See, some of you very used to it already. All right. So 84. So 7 large. Remember they told you 7 large? All right. 7 large is 84. Can I find 1 large? 1 large is how many?
Well,
Yes, 1 large is 12. All right, one last is 12. And after which I want to find extra, right? They say remaining. All right, they want remaining. Remaining is 25, which is the original, minus away the 7, which is 18. 18 remaining. Okay, so 18 remaining, 18 large. Okay, 18 large is just 18 times 12, which will give me
216.
216. Okay, answer is 216. Okay, answer for C. Okay, so this last question, this question 5 is a 2022 PSLE question 70. It's the last question. Last question. Is the last question very difficult? Really? Not really. I don't find it very difficult. You definitely can get 1 mark, right? You definitely can get the first A mark. Can you get the 2 marks? Yes, you can. Maybe you may not have time to do the last 1 mark. It's fine, but at least you are able to do it. Okay. I have 6 more minutes. I want to do one more question. I want to do the next PSLE question. The next PSLE question is question 6. Okay. Anyone still writing down? Don't worry, if you sign for the program, I will start to add you into the Google Classroom. Okay, I'll start to add you in Google Classroom, and the answers will all be there written down in the Google Classroom. All right. Okay, so if you have signed up, over the next 2 weeks, I will put your name down into a Google Classroom. Then after which the answers will all be there. Okay, so anytime you want to look at it, you can look at it. Okay, so let's do question 6. Okay, question 6. Let's look at this. So the table below shows this is a 2021 paper question 14. So somewhere in the middle, it's a 4 mark question somewhere in the middle. Okay, so let's look at this. I'm going to zoom out a little bit because the question is big. So don't get scared when you see such a big question in the middle of the paper. Okay, it's not as difficult as it seems. Let's start. The number of adults is 5 times. So if you want to do a quick ratio, adult to child, the number of tickets sold is 5 to 1. Okay, but look here what they say. 5/8 of the adult tickets sold were below 60. Okay, so if 5/8 is below 60, so this is 5/8. Okay, so 5/8 is here, 5/8 is here. What eight? What 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 remainder is 60 and above? If 5/8 is there,
38.
how many 8?
3.
3/8. Yes. Okay, so it's 3/8. Oh my gosh, the 5 doesn't want to appear. Okay, so 5/8 is here and 3/8 is above 60. Okay, so 3/8 is above 60. So you see how many units they altogether they have? They have 8 units, right? But here the adults only 5. You can see the ratio here. The adults only 5, so I cannot work with that. So what I want to do is I want to times 8. Okay, so when I times 8, I now have 40 units. Okay, I now have 40 units. Now my 40 units, I can divide by 8. Okay, I can divide by 8. So I have above 60. Okay, above 60 is 3 out of 8, right? So 3 out of 8 of 40. 3 out of 8 out of 40. Cancel, cancel. 5, 1 is 15 units. Okay, how about below 60? Right, so below 60 will be 5 out of 8 times 40. Cancel, cancel. 1, 5 will be 25. Okay, so you realize that we haven't even start our number times value yet. No problem at all because this is what we need to find at the start. You can see they want fraction, right? What fraction of the tickets sold were for 60 and above? So I need to find this. Now I have my ratios already. Above 60 is 15 units. below 60 is 25 units, and my children is over here. My children is 8 units. Okay, so they want 60 and above. So 60 and above is 15, right? 15 units. 60 and above, it's 15 units. Okay, total, total is total is here, right? Total is 40 plus 8, it's 48. Okay, this is the answer for A. Okay, so this is the answer for A, 15 out of 48. I'm going to continue to finish this question, then we go. Okay, let's finish this question before we go. So total for A is 15 out of 48. Now comes the big part. They want total number of tickets sold and it's 3 marks. Is there some very important number in the question that I did not circle?
Sure,
Who
but
can
then,
tell me the
sure,
very important
sure.
number in the question
For
that I did not
A, it
circle?
says answer in simplest form.
Oh, did I put simplest form?
No, divide 3, divide
No.
3.
Okay. Yes, let's put it in simplest form. No simplest form, eh? No marks, Alright, so
5 over
divide
16.
by, huh? Divide by 5. Can I divide by 5? No, I can divide by 3. So it's 5 out of 16. Okay. Alright, so this is the answer for A. If you leave it as 15 out of 48, there's no marks because they ask you simplest form. Okay. Thank you, Keegan. How about for B? What's the very important number that I haven't circled yet? What's the very important number? Remember I told you, problem sum only have sometimes very, very, very important number.
5589.
Okay, 5589. So 5589 is the very important number. We are going to find out how many units is 5589. I will need to do my table. Okay, so I need to do my table now. Why is this a quantity times value question? You can see that there are number of children, number of adults, price of tickets. Okay, so there are 3 different values. So 3 different values, we are going to use our quantity times value. We're going to draw it here and find out the what is at the side. Okay, I need people to help me fill up the grid again. What is on the most left side? Left side. Left side. Who can tell me what's the most what are the labels from the left side? Okay, Keegan is writing in ready. Quantity, very good. But the handwriting, now you know it's not easy to write on screen. Alright, so this is quantity. I know Michael typed it in. I can see that Michael typed it in. This value. What about the left side? You all like to write at the top there. What's the left side? Elston writing. Elston, your now you know it's not easy to write, Look at all your handwriting. You see, Ishan is laughing at your handwriting already. Okay, over here, over here, over here on the left. Okay, so this one is less adult, but we need to thank you, Michael, but we need to write down, we need to separate the adults, remember? Remember, we need to separate the adults because there are some adults that are more than 60, some adults less than 60, right? So we need to separate the adults. So this here is less than 60. So here we put more than 60. Okay, good. You know how to read the labels? This is more than. All right, good, good. I see many people writing. I love it. I love it when you participate. But what is this? Okay, so over here is total. Good. More more than 60, less than 60. Yeah. Okay, enough. You see some people start to scribble. Yeah. So here more than 60. All right. So less than 60, and that's the child. Good. So more than 60 we have. This time we saw it, right? Above 60, 15 units. Okay. Less than 60, less than 60, less than 60 is 25. Okay, and child is 8. Okay, so here total will be 48. Okay, how about the value? Value we need to see at the top, right? Below 60 is 16. So here is 16. Above 16 is 11 and the child is 7. So we want to multiply out and see. We want to multiply out and get the value over here. So here 15 times 11 is 165. Okay. 25 times 16 is 400. And this is 56. This one I can do it easily. Total here is 621. Okay, 621. Okay, so now we want to see whether can 621 units, can 5589 is able to divide by 61. Press your trusted calculator. Is 5589 able to divide by 61? 61? Can
Yeah, then answers 9.
Yeah, can.
9, right? Okay,
Can.
9. So answer is 9, and they want total number of tickets sold. So total units is
48
48. So 48 units,
times 9
9 times 48.
equals 432.
9 times 48 will be
432.
432. Answer for B. Okay, that's 3 marks. Okay, so far? Can, huh? So today we tackle quantity times value question. All right, today we tackled quantity times value question. We went through two PSLE questions. Okay, we went through two PSLE questions. I think for homework, can we do questions the 7 and 8? The PSLE question. Don't do 3 and 4. Don't do 3 and 4. I mean, you want to do 3 and 4 for Keegan, yes? Because mommy will ask you to do 3 and 4. All right. So those extra want to do 3 and 4 can please go ahead. If you just only have time to do 2 questions, can you do the PSA questions? Next week, I will go through the 7 and 8. Then we'll start the next type of questions, which is fraction, ratio, percentage kind of questions. Okay. I hope today uh you learned something from me. I hope today you have already looked at two PSA questions. If you have not signed up for this PSA intensive program, please go ahead and sign up.